So if we are an employer of choice and or we're doing things that help move us to be an employer of choice, what are some ways that we can attract the top talent? These are some best practices, some good ideas that a business can do that would help get the attention of top talent. And I'll start by saying top talent is often the people who are not looking for jobs. The best employees are those that are already employed. So as an employer, we want to do creative things to market our organization as a place that's cool to work, a good place to be. So that when we have openings, people already know who we are because the very best, most qualified, most dependable employees are already employed. So we have to get the attention of job seekers as well as those that might be open to making a change. So having a recognizable employer brand, reputation is important there. Having your business name, your products being well known in your community and farther if it makes sense. Using a variety of methods to publicize for open positions. Many, in fact, the majority of folks today do use sites like Indeed, Facebook, LinkedIn to get their name out there and to network. And so as a business, it's a good idea to also be involved with those things so that you're present in those conversations. Using social media, hosting or participating in job fairs, giving people a chance to get up close, meaning get behind the scenes at your business, have a tour of your business, hear directly from the founder of the business. Helps promote as well. Having an employee referral program has been around for years and it remains in the top suggestions for attracting top talent. Much of the reason behind that is because we typically know, hang out with, and would refer people who are similar to ourselves and or people that we have respect for. So if an employer is asking me if I know anyone who might be good for a certain position, I'm not going to just give them a name. I'm going to know that I'm going to be affiliated with that referral. So I'm going to think about it and refer someone that I truly think would be a good fit. By looking when there are no openings, by watching for characteristics and attitudes, introducing yourself. What does that look like? When you are out and about as a business owner, it is a great idea. Sometimes a push for personality types. It's not that we do it all the time, but to have the confidence in your business and in yourself that if you are out somewhere and you see someone delivering outstanding service, doing something above and beyond, let them know that. One, you're giving them good feedback, so that's positive and in a display of kindness. Two, introduce yourself. There have been many times where I have left my business card in a restaurant behind or with the folder that you send your credit card back through. After I've complimented someone, I leave my business card. I want them to know who I am. If they liked me, or if they previously did not know anything about my business, maybe they'll learn more. But being open and watching even when you don't have an open position. Know your mission of your business. What is your mission statement? What is your passion? And share that with people. Communicate that vision. Most people want to work on a team and or with a business owner that is excited and really proud of what they do. Some tips about hiring. So we've reviewed some ideas of how to attract that top talent. Earlier, we looked at the practice of behavioral interviewing questions. Here's some other important things to think about as we're hiring people. One is a new hire's experience and their attitude about an organization actually begins with the very first interaction. Are you using social media? Do you have a website? Can I apply for a position through your website? Do you have a fillable form that I can use? Or are we using paper that I write on? See the difference? It's not that one is better than the other, but what we want to do is think about what do we want our interactions very early to be with people, and what can we do that helps solidify our image or our brand in the employment world. Whatever that is, we want to be intentional and conscious of it. New employee orientation, also known as an onboarding experience, is a time to position new folks for success and to model the level of communication that you want to have in your organization. Even if we are a small business of 2 and we're bringing on someone, to take that person out to lunch, talk with them about how you got started, talk with them about how you do things. That really helps someone feel a part of the group. Going over certain policies and procedures might be a good idea. It can look a variety of ways, but what we want to encourage here is that regardless of the size of the business, having a new employee or onboarding experience is important. It's not just for big companies that have large HR departments. Have updated job descriptions and core competencies. This is essential so that people know what you're looking for, what they might be getting into. We talked about core competencies quite a bit earlier. And then finally, a top tip that has become increasingly popular is to have more than one person involved in the interviewing process. So you might have a coworker or a partner or a vendor, a supplier, it doesn't matter, but to have someone else involved, whether that is having the candidate interview more than once or have a panel experience where there is more than one person asking the questions and it becomes more of a roundtable conversation. But including more than one in the interview process can be extremely helpful. So once we've attracted those candidates and we've got ourselves a good employer of choice image, we've gone through a good process of hiring and finding those core competencies. Now what? Keeping them. For most small businesses, the #1 expense is payroll. It's around the people piece, payroll and benefits. And as we know, it's at least 3 times the cost to replace someone once we lose them, 3 times the cost of their salary. So retaining that top talent is incredibly important. What we have found that helps retain people include the following, and I'm going to open it up to you, please, to add to the chat box while we go through this slide. As a business owner that invests in training and professional development, that is a key plus to retaining top talent. There are people who will remain with an employer because they feel that they're growing in their learning, even if they could make a little more money elsewhere or have another benefit elsewhere. Training and professional development and the knowing that the possibility is there is incredibly important. And again, please add ideas if you think of them. Following up and following through with employees is sincerely appreciated by people. Regardless of your position, how high, side by side working with the employee, having important, and engaging dialogue is important to people, and also following through and following up on the things that we say builds relationship. Being competitive with salary and benefits, as we said before, we may not have to be the highest paying employer. In fact, small businesses have a hard time competing with governmental agencies or large businesses with bigger budgets. Just being competitive gets people interested. It's these other things that helps us truly retain the top talent. Having room for advancement and growth opportunities, encouraging and having open communication between employees and employees as well as management. And the foundation of all is trust. Is the organization a place that people feel that they're trustworthy, that the owner is trustworthy, that the manager is trustworthy? Trust is the foundation to all healthy organizations. Any others you could add there? Any ideas that have retained you? Having a flexible schedule when possible. Very popular.
Helpful places.
Thank you for watching our video. If you would like to speak with a business advisor at no cost to you, please feel free to reach out. We're the Small Business Development Center at Blue Mountain Community College. Please attend one of our workshops, either virtually or in person, or just give us a call. Thank you.